Cancer, hi. I'm going to do a general reading today. I'm using the Llewellyn deck. And because it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. However, if it does for you, I'm doing a extended reading, and the information for that will be in the box below. I'm also going to, doing personal readings right now, and the information for that is also in the box below. All right, so I'm using a Celtic cross layout here, Cancer. Just to remember that the male and female cards here do not refer to gender, but to the divine masculine and feminine energies that are in all of us. So the genders are interchangeable then. Oops, I can move this down a bit here so I can see it. Okay. So I'm going to be doing love readings as well. And the love readings will be done, released on the weekend. And they'll be done for elements. So I'll be doing like a water-based love reading on a weekly basis for you. Okay? All right, let's take a look. So the guidepost is the Two of Wands. Now this is the kind of information coming in from the universe. And this is interesting because the Two of Wands is kind of getting clarity and, kind of knowing that, you're kind of moving along in a certain direction and there's clarity for you, but it can't be seen with the naked eye. And so doing things like the card reading or, intuitively and seeing it in some kind of way like that is how it's going to become visible for you. Because you've got at the base here, you've got the universe card showing up. So I really see your world shifting as one, kind of cycle comes to an end, a new cycle will be starting. And that's exciting. I kind of see that a lot right now. And I think in retrospect, looking at, kind of the year and a bit that we've had with the pandemic and stuff has kind of slowed the planet down as well as slowed us down. And now I kind of feel things are opening up again. And it seems to be lined up with the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle as well. So yeah, let's see where this takes us. In the energy above, you've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. My Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. You've got the Seven of Pentacles on. You've got the 5, 6, 7, 10, all in this one little area. So that's interesting because this is really about you looking at sensing that your future, that you're building something here and really wanting to build something that is going to serve you well, sustain you financially and, economically so that you can, take care of responsibilities and, people that depend on you or whatever. And also kind of add to, the wealth of your community. And so there's all those things above you right now, rather than just kind of not having a focus at all, and just with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I kind of see this as, where you're moving to with this new cycle starting for you. You got the Nine of Swords in the past, so a lot of anxiety and worry about this new cycle that's opening for you. It does seem to bring up a lot of fears, but also understanding that you are in a much different place than you've ever been in your life in terms of being ready for this. So I see you very confident in your ability to, because now you've got the Nine of Pentacles, so we've got the 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10 now. Anyway, so you're a lot more stable than maybe you think you are. And so when this Nine of Swords hits, which is, like I say, anxiety, just remember, light up your path, because and go internally and recognize, kind of where this path is taking you. And I think that'll help alleviate some of the anxiety for you, because it changes the focus from fear to vision. And I think that's where you need to go. You need to change the focus, as I say, from fear and anxiety to vision and lighting up the way. All right? So I want you to keep that in mind. You got the Emperor over you right now, And the Emperor, like I said, you're looking, you've got the Six of Pentacles up here. So being able to respond to, your sharing your resources, being able to be there for other people in, if you have children or grandchildren, I don't know, whatever, but just being able to be there because you're a very generous heart, and it's frustrating for you if you aren't in a position to be able to be there for others. And I think that's what you're creating as you take a look at what you want to build in the future. I want to keep building on the successes in my life because I need, I really want to be able to be stable and contributing to, the family and the environment around me. And I want to be focused on that. Okay, so, and as I said, that will alleviate also a lot of the anxiety, because if you're not in that place, then that creates anxiety for you. And then you've got the Emperor underneath, so we're just going to draw a card on that. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So the Emperor is showing up in terms of using, not, because you've got fear again with the Ten of Swords showing up. And then the Queen of Swords can be defensive. It can kind of, because as a Cancer, your natural state would not be the Queen of Swords. It would be the Queen of Cups. So with the Ten of Swords showing up, it's like somehow emotionally you feel like you really got hurt when you were in that sea of emotion and you barely survived. And now the Queen of Swords is coming in the past as a way of helping you as a single person, whether you're male or female, defend yourself and use the sword as, words and, ways of keeping yourself safe. But now the Emperor is taking that place of that. And the Emperor is the strength, is the card of the wisdom and the knowledge based on the past life experience. So in other words, it's kind of like looking at your strengths in a whole different way and using your strengths minus the emotion, just being able to clearly assess your strengths as the Nine of Pentacles, okay? And that's important because building this new, or not new, but keeping on building where you're going is not based on an emotional response. It's not based on fear. It's based on, clear thinking, okay? And wisdom. And that's what I see here from the Emperor, okay? Then you've got the Page of Cups, and that's fine because now the Page of Cups is used in the right way. The Page of Cups is used, and this is the beginning of understanding to use passion and emotions in passionate and emotional endeavors and not in building endeavors. Now, I'm not saying they won't come in there somewhere, but they're not the main thing that comes in, and that's why it's important to light up the path with clarity. And emotions then, the beginning of being comfortable in your passion and not in, kind of mental chaos and stuff, and then creating emotions from fear that way. Because you're now going to be able to handle a lot more in your life coming at you. And there's a lot of new things in your life coming because you are in the building mode and because that, the cycles come to an end and, your world's expanding. So I do see a lot of things coming your way and opportunities for growth. And instead of being afraid and getting anxiety from it, I see you now being more in charge and more being able to, kind of welcome it in and yet hold your distance and hold your space while you're dealing with different things. Okay, so putting emotions in there, in the context, because you've got a Page of Wands here too and a Knight of Wands. So as you're moving on your path, it's like you're waiting here for more information to come your way as this new growth is coming. So, okay, where do I take that and where do I head towards? And that's why I see you waiting here. I'm just going to see what we get on that. So we got the Chariot. So the Chariot is going to be revealing your next destination to you. In fact, it's going to be more than revealing. It's going to actually move you towards it. And if the path is lit up, you've already lit up the path. So things are already coming your way because it can see the path. It's guided towards you. And the path is based on, confidence and values. So the Chariot is going to now bring, that's the kind of communication that you're able to put out there with a messenger card. like putting that out into the universe so that the chariot can take you to your rightful beginning of your new cycle. And as the Knight of Wands, I see you really then confidently, calmly moving towards it. Because remember, this is not where emotions, this is not an emotional thing. This is a calm, movement towards your future and towards the next cycle. And then just holding your position as new things begin to unfold, instead of, as I say, panicking and getting fear-based because of stuff from your past, okay? So the Ten of Wands showing up in your environment, you're in a really good position now to be able to relocate yourself, to be able to start this new cycle well stocked. You're well stocked with a lot of growth and a lot of potential that can now manifest into the world. So where are you going to do that? And then you've got the star showing up, kind of lighting the way and helping you, giving you information as you go along as a guide to where to take that. Looking at astrology possibly, readings like this possibly, and kind of following the signs that come your way through that information. In a position of your hopes and fears is the King of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So kind of hoping that you're in a situation, of strength and positivity and communication and power, so that you can combine that with the Ten of Cups and bring that into the world of, them hearts. So finding a balance between the two. And that's the same with the Emperor here. So the King of Swords is kind of like the Emperor. Now it can be your card, or it can be somebody that you engage to balance off this Ten of Cups that you want to create, okay? So somebody, that's coming from a business perspective and has, the ability to then, run the business and then you're benefiting from it, sort of thing. That kind of idea. Or it could be a personal coach, it could be a counselor, business counselor, something like that, to help guide you into where you're going. It doesn't have to be a male, it can be a female, male or female, but guiding you into setting up this new life for yourself that is sustainable and encompasses, creativity and emotion. And then you've got the High Priestess as your outcome card, and that's the card of, intuition. So as the Page of Swords, as you're waiting for signs and information to come your way, and with the Page of Wands here, the messages that you're putting out, the intuition is the strong kind of base behind the communication and behind the ability to see the signs that are showing up here for you. Okay, and also picking, like as I say, I can kind of see you wanting somebody, to help with the sense of direction. I don't know, somehow I'm getting like a business counselor or something like that. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. I'm going to draw a card from the Wisdom of Avalon, and we've got the Goblin. So this is the wounded human ego. And I can, because you had the Ten of Swords showing up here before, and I think that's where a lot of your anxiety is coming from, is misinformation coming to you, right? It's kind of like not true, right? And if it's ego involved, then it's not true, okay? So it's kind of, and that's how I see what's happening here, is that, kind of buying into a false story about yourself. And that's where the anxiety comes in then when you're moving into this new cycle that's here for you, is kind of remembering all of that and, having to counter it, okay? So as I say, moving more into intuition and building that King of Cups thing with the King of Swords, so combining the two. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll be doing the extended, and if I see you there, or I'll see you next week.